Good morning, Tiger Nation. Welcome to Philadelphia here at Tully Anderson Field on campus, Washington Bad. We are in the top of the second, 2 out, runner on first. I'd like to apologize for some technical difficulties, had some internet issues. First game of the season, always something's going to happen, but we were able to get live. We'll bring you everything but the first 2 outs. First 2 outs were strikeout. Madison Miller, she will swing and miss at that one. 4-strike-1 on Maddie Brocksterman, the catcher today. Brockstrom is a senior out of Meriden. First two batters for Brittany Shepard. Furnish, they both struck out. Ronnie Raines got a single over the short. That one's going to be called strike two. Miller off a great start. And match today I'm joined by my color commentator, Chris Wish. Thank you for being here, Chris. Always fun to get to call with you. If those of you tuned into some Washington basketball games, you got to see us. And that one's going to be called strike three. Madison Miller strikes out the side to start the game. Already picked up 3 strikeouts, and that will take us to the bottom of the second inning. We'll stay here for this break. We kind of just got here. Like I said, first 2 batters were strikeouts. They allowed the 1 hit. Madison Miller comes right. The other strikeout already got 3 on the day. That topped the first inning. The lineup for Washington that we're about to see leading off will be Kendall Moyer playing left field. Then center fielder number 14, Heather Brown. Shortstop number 11, Jesselyn Aaron. Catcher number 7, Jillian Jones. Third baseman number 26, Aaron Williams. Right fielder number 6, Callie Jordan. And then pitching will be number 19, Madison Miller. Like I said, pitching and hitting in that 7-hole position. Then second base, number 9, Nellis. And then first base, batting 9, number 20, Rebecca Holloman. So a solid lineup today for Washington. Like I said, you don't often see colleges bat 9 instead of 10, but today we're going to see that at least until Madison Miller comes out, if she comes out. She pitched several complete games last season. Said Washington coming off their first winning season overall and in conference play for the first time in over a decade last year under new head coach Derek Grimes. The Grimes joined the team last year in January, and like I said, he's now had 1 full year with the team, and he's really turned this program around, Chris.
Team go over 5. Really good sign for years to come, and I can't wait to see how this.
Been looking forward for another good year. Like I said, a few really good freshmen coming in that they've joined, and said Derek Grimes, the head coach, his wife, and assistant coach, the pitching coach, Janie Grimes, over on first base now. And leading things off will be Kendall Moyer. Moyer, a senior from Lampasas, Texas. She will watch ball 1 go by. Absolutely, and Moyer will hit that one over towards first, and that is Bassett there, and she will tag.
Nice eyes by Miss Brown there. Up and high in the zone for a ball. Count is 1-1.
Sorry about that. I am back. Had to fix some stuff on our TriCaster.
Well, Heather Brown's up to bat right now, and she's She's doing pretty well for herself. Up in the count, 2 balls, 1 strike.
Brown, one of the leading batters on this team last year. That one's going to be hit in the left, and she starts her season off with a hit.
Kind of leading off towards last year. She had the highest batting average on the team last year, so we'll see how that pans out this year. A good start for her in the first game of the year.
Exactly. Like I said, as a team, the Washita batted around 300 mark last year, which is fantastic for a team overall. Heather Brown, I believe she was hitting near the 340 mark near the end of the season. It was her and Hope Wade battling back and forth for that leading batting average spot. And she starts off with a single. And that one will be called strike 1 on number 11, Jesselyn Ahrens. And that one, a great bunt by Jesselyn Ahrens. And she beat it out, tripped on first base, and Heather Brown's going to head on into third. So she's staying on the base. Looks like she's just a little bit shaken up right there after stumbling on first.
Yeah, she got hit by the ball as it was thrown at the first base. Hopefully she's all right. She seems good so far.
So once again, I'd like to apologize for those technical difficulties at the start. Like I said, everything should be running smooth. We're not going to have graphics today with the internet issues, so we'll bring you the count and score regularly. Sid Brown all the way over at third now, with Ahrens at first. So would you give her a bunt single on that, Chris?
I gave her a bunt single on that one.
All right, I'll agree with you on that. So now runners on the corners. For Jillian Jones, one of the power hitters on this team, the catcher, the senior out of Inez, Texas. Let's see what she can do here in the first one. With it being so cold, it's going to be hard to get a ton of power behind that bat, and she will watch ball 1 go by. Must have been a little bit high.
Yeah, these cold, I remember playing baseball tournaments during my baseball days, using a metal bat on a cold winter day. If you don't hit that ball just right, it hurts a little bit.
Oh, absolutely. And like I said, we're sitting around 40 degrees right now. Luckily, the sun is out. The 1-0. And Jones will watch strike 1. This is a fun umpire behind the plate today. He's animated.
Yeah, he's very animated. He lets the crowd get into it before he gives his call.
So he'll make her a fun first game. Like I said, it is a doubleheader today. After this, Washita will be playing Cameron University. Said 1-1 the count, 1 out here. And that one is going to be hit deep to center, and it'll be caught at the wall, but Heather Brown will check at third and come on in. So an RBI sac fly brings in Heather Brown to start things off. Washita on the board 1-0. Like I said, on a warmer day, that one was gone. There's a little bit of a breeze, and like I said, if it was on a calmer day and warmer, that ball was out of here for Jones. So that power shown early for Jillian Jones. And that will bring up Aaron Williams. Williams, a sophomore out of Stuttgart, Arkansas, played for the Rice Birds over in Stuttgart. And that one misses for ball 1. We got a 1-1 count here. 2 outs in the bottom of the first inning. Washita on top by 1. Williams didn't get to see a ton of action last year, but getting the start here in game 1 of the sophomore. That one's going to be popped up into foul territory, and Bassett can't quite get there, and it will just result in another strike. Good effort there by Bassett and Brogsterman. Like I said, almost got there, just not quite. So Williams lives to see another pitch here with a 1-2 count, 2 outs in the bottom of the first inning. A 1-2, and that's going to be smoked over to right. Williams heads on into second as Aarons was able to round second going into third. A fantastic hit there for Williams. Like I said, an absolute rocket on the ground. Like I said, Bassett couldn't quite handle it. And so that puts two runners in scoring position here with 2 outs for Callie Jordan. Jordan, the right fielder, out of Crystal Beach, Texas. Senior, education major here at Ouachita. Near the end of last season, Jordan was able to step up, had quite a few hits. Like she still hits near the end of the lineup, but she was able to come up very clutch for Ouachita late in games when you had that bottom half of the lineup up. So let's see what she can do here with 2 outs and 2 in scoring position. I believe that first pitch missed for ball 1, unless she called time when she stepped down. There's nothing on the scoreboard yet. And that one's going to be hit. It's going to be scooped up by Glass and over to Bassett in time. And so that will do it for the first inning of play. Still 4-3 gets Jordan out, but Tigers strike first on the RBI sac fly from Jillian Jones. They lead at 1-0 here after 1. We'll take a quick break and be right back here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
In NCAA Division II, student athletes leave a lasting impression on their communities. That's because Division II student athletes want to make a difference and truly be part of their surrounding communities. Through community engagement, thousands of student athletes from various backgrounds interact with community members who view them as role models. This interaction leaves a positive and perhaps even life-changing impression on all those involved. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
And welcome back to Sully Anderson Field here on the campus of Ouachita Baptist University. So we're getting ready to start the top half of the second inning. And leading things off for the Emporia State. I don't think I actually even said who we're playing today. We're playing the Emporia State Hornets out of Emporia, Kansas. And next up for the Hornets will be the 5-hole hitter, Mackenzie Glass. Glass, a sophomore out of Wichita. And that first pitch will miss from Miller for ball 1. She's back in for her second inning of work. Said so far, 3 strikeouts for Miller. That one's going to be chopped over. Said Williams picks it up, fires it over in time. Great job by Williams. Like I said, initially popped out of the glove, but was able to compose herself, pick it up, and get it across the diamond over to Holloman in time. Fantastic way to stay with it there for Williams. And that would bring up Briley Bassett, the first baseman. First pitch from Miller to Bassett. It's going to be hit over towards Aarons. Aarons scoops it up, fires it across the diamond. It's a little bit low, but scooped up by Holloman for out number 2. So we've had 5-3 and 6-3. Next things up is a 4-3 play, so we'll see.
2 swings of the bat so far, and both have resulted in ground outs.
That brings up the designated player, Hannah Kaler, the freshman from Durant, Oklahoma. First pitch there, calling strike 1. We'll see some Durant Oklahomans come. Like I said, whenever Southeastern Oklahoma makes the trip down, I believe they're making the trip down later this season.
I think they are too.
Like I'm pretty sure we went to Southeastern last year. That one's going to be popped up. That's back here near us, and that's going to go back behind us. Man, I got excited, Chris. I was hoping that was coming to me.
Listen, I've been working these games for 3 years now, and I have been waiting on a pop ball to come back here, and it is yet to happen. This is probably the closest it's gonna get. It was just passed us by about 10 feet.
I'm used to sitting down there on the front row. So I mean, that one's really got to be a straight up one for down here. Now we have a little bit better chance where we're sitting today. We're up right below the back camera. That one's gonna be popped up, and that one's gonna get out of play and land just in the bullpen. And the count will stay 0-2. Speaking of near the bullpen, we've got a brand new locker room facility being built here for Washita. Almost done. Like I said, a few finishing touches here. Like I said, there's been a lot of construction going on in Washita, so some projects got done a little bit quicker than others, and some are being pushed off a little bit. But it's almost done. Like I said, it looks nice. Matches the concession stand. That got redone. The inside of it's been redone. The 0-2, like I said, trying to go in off speed. Not quite enough there to get it over the plate there, and that'll be ball one.
Yeah, that concession stand really needed a complete overhaul. So this is a great. So kind of like with last season, the school's finally realizing that hey, this team's going to be a winning team, so we have to give them the right equipment. So finally giving them their own locker room, upgrading the concession stands. Believe me, this is not a knock on the people that work the concession stand, but if you just looked inside, it didn't look too pretty.
Like I said, yeah, it's good to see. Good to see these teams getting some new equipment. Like I said, baseball just got a new indoor facility. They closed in the batting cages. So that's a plus for them. Like I said, a lot of upgrades going on around here. The 1-2. That one's going to be up high. That'll even the count up at 2s across the board. This inning has really slowed down here in this third batter, Chris.
Taylor's doing a nice job keeping her composure and just being able to battle here with Miller, who's kind of been dominating so far.
The 2-2 from Miller. That's going to be hit over Aaron, or Williams gets it, fires it across to Holloman, and gets it. So 3 up, 3 down. Go the Hornets. And that will do it for the top half of the second inning. We'll take another quick break and be right back here on the Washita Sports Digital Network.
The American dream to me as an immigrant means having the opportunities that my parents didn't have. Being the first one in my family to graduate, it meant everything my parents sacrificed for me to get to this point. It was paying off.
Estoy muy orgulloso de Michael por haberse graduado de colegio.
My path to a college degree would have been completely different had I not had a scholarship. It would just relieved a lot of the financial burden.
And welcome back to Sully Anderson Field from the bottom half of the second inning. So sorry about some audio issues here. I think you're having trouble hearing my partner Chris. And hopefully we'll get that figured out here. We might have to switch out soundboards, and that first pitch is hit hard but found down left. So that is Madison Miller, the pitcher. You don't often see pitchers getting to hit here. But at Washita, we have 2 pitchers that will be hitting, in Madison Miller and Tuesday Melton, the freshman out of Benton. Miller had 7. I think she led the team in home runs last season. If not, she was up there in the running for it. Had 2 grand slams in the same game. It's an impressive feat last year. Like I said, she's got an 0-1 count on her now. Said pitcher and catcher out there talking, Brockstrom and Riggy. 0-1 pitch here on the way from Riggy. That one's going to be low for ball one. One pitch here from Riggy to Miller inside. Ball two. Miller, a senior from Nashville, Arkansas, Nashville High School. She has done great things for Ouachita in her 4 years here. She's been a starting pitcher at least the last 3 that I can remember, if not all 4 years here. That one's going to be hit over to Rabe, and a rainbow, but it gets over there to Bassett in time for out number 1. And that'll bring up second baseman number 9, Lacey Ornelas. Ornelas, a junior out of Spring, Texas. Said for next week's, or I can't remember, no, I think next week they're going to be away. They're going to be down in Texas playing in a tournament. First pitch there will be called strike 1. Going to make sure to have a little bit more information here. This was, we've been busy with OSD in the past few weeks and haven't had a ton of time to get fully preparing for these games, but for these next softball games, we definitely will. That one's going to be hitting the left, and that one's going to be a few feet foul. And that'll be strike 2 on Ornelas. So behind in the count here, 0-2 for Ornelas. Like I said, Ornelas had got some playing time last year. Said she was not a regular starter. Every now and then she'd get put in during a weekend series, but not often. The 0-2, that one's going to be left up, trying to get her chase, and she wouldn't go. 1-2 count here. Tigers up 1-0 with 1 out here in the bottom of the second inning. So apologize for the lack of graphics today. Said, well, hopefully we'll have that worked out by the next one. That one's going to be hit over to the shortstop. That'll get under a glove. That's Raines. Raines will throw it over. That's going to be high. And that will be a 1-out hit for Lacey Ornelas. So when it's this cold out here, I'm a little more likely to hand out hits than I am errors, especially on the first game of the season for either team. Like I said, that one was fairly hard hit from Ornelas, and that takes us to Rebecca Holloman, the first baseman. Holloman, a junior out of Lucas, Texas, stepping in. Shows bunt. Did not go. Try to pick off back at first. Not in time. That was a strike, so that will be an 0-1 count here with 1 out and a runner on first. So Ornelas on first base. Tigers up 1-0 here in the bottom of the second inning. 2022 season opener. This is actually the 20-year anniversary of Ouachita softball. Started in the 2002 season. And that one, a check swing. Foul ball. Like I said, it clipped the bat there. Makes it 0-2 count on Holloman. Like I said, Holloman, the first baseman today. The 0-2 popped up on the infield. Raines goes back and gets it for out number 2. And that takes us back to the top of the lineup and Kendall Moyer. Moyer grounded out to first to lead things off last inning. So 2 outs here, runner on first, bottom of the second inning. Tigers on top by 1. Said Moyer, the senior out of Lampasas, Texas, a dual sport athlete here at Ouachita. We actually have 2 dual sport or 2 sport athletes on this softball team, as that one gets hit up right under the glove of Riggy. Good job running it out, but not quite there, as Raines was able to get it over to Bassett in time to end that one. So Tigers go 4 up, 3 down, and that will do it for the second inning. We'll take another quick break and be right back here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
I've heard people say Ouachita.
Wichita.
Achita.
Ouachita.
Is it pronounced Ouachita?
Searching for Ouachita Baptist University.
Back in Texas, everybody pronounces it Wichita, but really, it's Washita.
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 How would you pronounce it?
Washita.
Washita.
It's Ouachita Baptist University. Get it right.
It's Washita, people. It's Washita.
Washita.
On my team, I thrive to work as hard as I can. I mean, whatever you do on the field, there's a positive correlation to whatever else you do, be it personal relationships, homework, the way you carry yourself. I've changed since I got to King University. It's really helped me to develop as a leader. I think it's honestly the best thing that's ever happened.
Wayne State Medical School has been my dream medical school since I was 5. Athletics are important, but so is service, so is research, so is becoming a better person, and we expect you to do well athletically, but don't forget the reason you're here, which is to give back to your community and to get good grades.
And we are back here at Washita Baptist University. There we go. Now we got the sound back. Can you hear me, Chris?
I can hear you just
and
fine.
I can hear you fantastic. So we got it figured out. We are here. So that was a 2-0 count. That one finds the strike zone. Sorry about that. We were trying to get all the audio stuff figured out here. It's always something when it comes to OSD. But I think we got it figured out. You should be able to hear my partner, Chris McQuistion, now. And that one's going to be inside for ball 3. So we are in the top of the 3rd inning, and that is the 8-hole hitter, Gracie Rabe, the 3rd baseman, up to bat right now. Miller's had a fantastic game so far. And that's going to be a swing and a miss for strike 2, and that'll run the count full. I believe this might be the first full count we've seen from Miller today.
Yeah, this has easily been the longest at-bat we've had so far.
Like I said, a good start to the game for Miller today. The payoff pitch, and there's going to be called strike 3, or drop third strike, I guess. And they get it over there in time. So a good play there by Jones. The old 2-3. I guess that goes down in the book as a strikeout. So that would be strikeout number 4 for Miller. The 9-hole hitter now, Lexi Williams. And that one just missed the zone for ball 1. Solid crowd out here today at Sully Anderson for it being in the 40s in early February. That one's going to be hit to left, and that will be foul. So not quite sure what the audio issue there was, but we seem to have gotten it fixed, as I can now hear you a whole lot better, Chris.
Exactly.
So stepping in now is Lexi Williams, the left fielder, number 15. The sophomore out of Hutchinson, Kansas. Now that's a town that has a very good JUCO football program.
Very good.
Hutchinson Community College. That one just missed the zone for ball 2, so it's 2-1 count here, 1 out. All right, so the Blue Dragons of Hutchinson Community College, a fantastic. They were in, I can't remember if they won it or not, but I know they were in the JUCO National Championship.
I believe they were in the National Championship. I couldn't tell you if they won or not either.
And that one's going to be hit up, a great grab by Ornelas over to Holloman, but bobbled it a little bit high. As Ornelas, like I said, she sent that one over there just a little bit high for Holloman to grab. That one I'm going to have to put down as an error.
Yep.
That's going to be in E4. In my book, anyways. We're not the official book. And the way the sun is behind us, I can't have if I have my laptop open, I couldn't even read it if I wanted to. But I want to put that down as an E4. Like I said, it should have been an out. It was a great play by Ornelas. Just a little bit too high. And that one just misses the zone for ball one.
Well, you're back at the top of the lineup here. Shepard's back up to hit.
The center fielder, Shepard, she struck out her first time up. Back in the top of the first. That one's going to be, runner goes. That's going to hit the runner. She's going to head on into third. Here's the throw from Brown. It's going to be close, or it's going to be a little bit off the mark there. Williams ends up at third. Some very smart base running for Williams. So now the tying run just 90 feet away for the Hornets. We do have one out. Said Shepard. That one just missed from Miller. Time is called as Jones is going to head out and talk to Miller in the circle. Showing a 1-0 or 3-0 count now. They just updated the scoreboard. Jones trying to settle Miller down. Like I said, Miller had started off very strong. Struggling a little bit here with one out in the third. The 2-0 count. Like I said, scoreboard had it a little bit wrong. And I just checked the live stats here. They did give that that was an E4 that reached.
Count has been updated. It is 2 balls, 1 strike.
That one is hit. That one's going to be that one's going to be foul over by the fence.
Hey, let's go, Miller! Go, Maddie!
That one's going to be hit into left. That's going to be over the head of Kendall Moyer, and that will bring in Lexi Williams. So an RBI for Shepard. An RBI double for Shepard. We'll tie this game up at 1 apiece. One out here in the bottom of the third, or top of the third inning. So that's just the second hit of the game given up. That one's going to be up high for ball one on Emma Furnish. Furnish also struck out back in the first inning. A swing and a miss there for strike one for Miller. So nothing, I mean, it's a time ball game. We're technically back at 0-0 here, so sure you gave up your lead, but I mean, if Miller can get out of this jam, Tiger's still in perfectly fine position. Swing and a miss there, and she lost her elbow guard on that one. 1-2 count here with one out and a runner on second base, and Shepard. Furnish stepping back in. Furnish, the sophomore from Goddard, Kansas.
Yes, ma'am.
And she will swing and miss at that one for strike 3 and out number 2. Strikeout number 5 for Madison Miller. A much needed out number 2 there. That will bring up Ronnie Raines. She had a hit back in the first inning, made it to first, and that's where she stopped. So that one got by, and that will allow Shepard to head on into third.
Hey, 2 down here, ladies.
Still 2 outs. You do have a runner on third base, but solid position for the Tigers here. 1-0 count. Just missed the zone. Must have been a little bit low from Miller on that one. 2-0 count. Two outs here. 1-1 ball game. The 2-0. Up to Miller. Miller grabs it. Over to Holloman. So they get out of the jam. They do give up 1 run. But that will do it for the top half of the third inning. Like I said, all tied up at 1 apiece after the RBI double from Brittany Shepard that scored Lexi Williams from third. We'll take another quick break and be right back here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network. Yeah, I guess it's just that little board.
At Ouachita, we care deeply for our students, and we are seeking to invest in them every day.
My professors are some of the best people I've ever met. They love me, they care for me, they care about my well-being.
Faculty are so open to helping you, even outside of the classroom. Like the night before the test, they'll stay up till late in case you need help. And they're really open about that, just really helping you understand everything.
The faculty has challenged me in a way that I feel equipped for whatever comes my way outside of Ouachita.
The faculty and staff really pour into me every day in class, but also out of class. They're really invested in my future.
We develop relationships, and we really seek to pour into the whole person.
You're good. And welcome back to Sully Anderson Field here. For the bottom half of the third inning, we are tied up at 1 apiece. Ouachita looking to retake their lead, and leading things off will be Heather Brown. Heather Brown, 1 for 1 on the day with a single and a run scored. According to live stats, I think they have given Emporia 3 errors. So where I was giving hits in the books, they decided on errors. That one's going to be hit over to Glass. Glass over to Bassett in time. Out number 1. So 4-3 for out number 1.
Live stats not being as lenient as we are up here.
That's one of those things. We can be a little bit nicer up here because our stuff doesn't count.
Exactly.
I guess to keep up with what it all is, we should need to. So they're saying everybody reached on in there. That can't be right. That one's going to be hit over. Like I said, once back to Glass again and over to Bassett. Back-to-back 4 threes there for out number 2. That'll bring up Jillian Jones. Almost put one out last time up with the RBI sac fly. Said recently had a lot of ice in Arkadelphia over the past few days. It's melting as we're under some trees, so we're getting constantly dripped on.
Yep.
I can see my secondary scorebook that you're using is probably not going to be in the best shape after this.
No, it is not. A strike one called right there.
So Jones, the senior out of Inez, Texas. So they did not give Aarons a hit. That reached on an error. That's going to be hit foul down the right field line. So a little bit opposite field action there from Jones. So I'm trying to go through an update who all got hits and who did not. So they're going to call that an error. Williams reached apparently on an error. And they're going to say Ornelas reached on an error. So that was 3 errors so far for Emporia State, 2 for Ouachita. That one's going to be hit into shallow center. Glass comes over, so Glass handles all 3 outs on her own. And that will do it for the bottom of the third inning. So a very quick 1-2-3 inning goes Ouachita. Still tied up at 1 apiece so far. So almost halfway through this one. We'll be right back with the top of the 4th inning. So we'll take another quick break and be right back here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network. What the heck, dude?
In NCAA Division II, student athletes leave a lasting impression on their communities. That's because Division II student athletes want to make a difference and truly be part of their surrounding communities. Through community engagement, thousands of student athletes from various backgrounds interact with community members who view them as role models. This interaction leaves a positive and perhaps even life-changing impression on all those involved. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
That was my walk-up.
That's incredible.
On my team,
We're gonna talk
I
about
thrive
that.
to
We're gonna
work
talk
as
about
hard
that
as I
when we come
can. I mean, whatever you do on the field, there's a positive correlation to whatever else you do. Be it personal relationships, homework, the way you carry yourself. I've changed since I got to King University. It's really helped me to develop as a leader. I think it's honestly the best thing that's ever happened.
And welcome back to Sully Anderson Field here for the top half of the fourth inning. All tied up at 1 apiece. Miller back out for her fourth inning of work. That one's going to be hit into center as Brown's going to head back towards the wall, and that's going to bounce off the wall. Oh, a bit of a rundown here, trying to get greedy, and a great play by Holloman getting in front of the runner there. So it'll go down as a single. So that is a hit for Shepard. But she got caught in a rundown, headed back. So that's going to be an 8. Now, is that the shortstop or the second baseman who made that catch and throw?
Hang on, Becca.
I think it was that. I think that might have been Aaron's. That was there. The shortstop came in.
I think it was the shortstop that made that.
So I'm going to write it a 8-6-3 for out number 1. Great play. Great job by Holloman. Said staying in front of the batter there, or the runner there, and getting that one. So not often you see a one off the wall result in an out.
Yeah, I was about to say I thought that was going to be an easy double there for Brocksterman, but good job by the Ouachita defense.
Yes, fantastic the job there. A little bit greedy coming out the box, which, I mean, you always look too, but you got to be able to keep up where the ball is. It looks like the coach wants to talk to the umpire about that one. Don't know what the argument was there. That was pretty cut and dry. That's an out. And so that brings up Mackenzie Glass. The second baseman handled all 3 outs herself in the bottom half of the third. See what she can do here. Like I said, she is 0 for 1 today with a ground out to the third back in the second inning. So Tigers in their purple uniforms, white pinstripe pants. Emporia State in gold tops and black pants with a gold stripe down the legs. I really figured Ouachita would go with black uniforms today just to make it a little bit warmer.
Yeah.
Most of them are wearing black undershirts, though. Helps out a little bit. That one's going to be inside for ball 2. Or ball 1. That was ball 1. That was the first pitch to Glass. Oh, no, that was ball 2. I thought it was right. I was going off the scoreboard. That one's going to be called strike 1, though. So Glass, a sophomore out of Wichita, Kansas, and Mays High School. Mays spelled M-A-I-Z-E. She went to Corn High School is what we're reading here.
Very interesting.
And that one just missed to make it a 3-1 count.
I'd be disappointed if the mascot wasn't a Cornhusker.
I've got to find it now. We'll find out here momentarily.
Most likely it's probably like a Wildcat or a Tiger. Something unoriginal. Not saying that the OBU mascot.
I mean, we are the Tigers.
I know we are. Yeah, but we're not unoriginal.
I mean, we've been the Tigers for a long time. I'll give us that. We originally, fun fact, Ouachita was originally the Bears before we changed it to the Tigers.
Really?
Yes, we used to be the Ouachita Bears, the OBU Bears. I'm not sure when that change happened, but I found that out this week. That one's going to be hit into shallow right. Jordan comes up and makes the grab for out number 2. Makes a good job there for Jordan. You had Ornelas heading back too. I will say this, Chris, you're pretty close on the mascot being a generic mascot. It's not the what did you suggest it was?
I either said Wildcats, Tigers, and my third guess would be the Cougars.
It's not a cat, but it is an animal. As that one is calling for strike one. So take another guess. I'll narrow it, or I'll see what you guess here.
I'm going to go with the Rams.
Nope, it is not an animal that stays on the ground too much.
Cardinal.
Nope.
Bluebird.
Nope.
Dragon.
Nope.
I got nothing else.
Bigger than a bluebird, smaller than a dragon.
Bigger than a bluebird, smaller than a dragon. Eagle.
Oh, correct.
Yes.
The Mays Eagles. There we go. The 0-1. A good framing attempt there by Jones, but just a little bit low on that one to make it a 1-1 count. So,
that is a golden opportunity right there that high school did not capitalize on, in my opinion.
It should have been the Mays Cornhuskers, just the Maine Huskers, you could have been the Maine Cobs.
Mm-hmm.
Or the Colonels. You could have been the Colonels.
The Colonels.
I think there's a college that has that mascot. That's the Colonels, but it's like a corn kernel, or it's a cob of corn. 2-1 count here, all tied up at 1 apiece. Like I said, Kaler, the designated player at bat, she rounded out the third last time up. Miller struggling a little bit here down the stretch, but nothing too bad, as that one's going to miss inside for a 3-1 count.
I need you here, kid.
If anybody is watching from
Mays, Kansas.
Yeah, sorry, it's in Wichita. I was making sure I had the time right, or the town right. If anybody is watching from Wichita, please do not take offense at us talking about the Mays Eagles. Eagles is a fine mascot. It's a little bit everywhere, and that's a good pitch. Calling for strike two.
I have no right to be making fun of anybody's mascot. My hometown mascot was the Golden Goblin.
Oh, that is one of the more interesting mascots, I'll say that much. And I can't say anything. My high school mascot was a bulldog. Like, that is the most generic high school mascot you can have.
Mm-hmm.
Payoff pitch coming. That one's going to miss just a little bit low and inside, and that will put runners on first and second here with 2 outs. So 2 walks in this inning. See, that's like there's a Hope Wade on Washita. She went to Fossil Ridge High School out of Fort Worth, and that one's going to be called for strike one on Grace Rabe. Rabe struck out. It was a drop third strike, though, but still a strikeout. It was out on the throw from Jones over to first. So 0-1 count here on Rabe. That one's going to be hit foul. What I was saying was, well, like I said, Hope Wade went to Fossil Ridge High School, and they're I think they're just the Panthers. Which I'm like, you could have been the Dinosaurs. There is another Fossil Ridge out in Colorado, and they're the Sabertooths. So I like that one. That one fits for Fossil Ridge. You got to play off your name if you've got a fun town name or a fun high school name.
Exactly.
The 0-2. That's going to be popped up. And Ornelas comes up and makes the grab. So 2 runners get on, but nobody scores there. Stays at a 1-1 ball game. We are halfway through this one. I said 3.5 innings in. We get ready to head to the bottom of the 4th inning. Tied up 1-1. Due up for Washita is going to be Williams, Jordan, and Miller. And if anybody gets on, it'll be Ornelas. We'll take a quick break and be right back here on the Washita Sports Digital Network. I'm really upset that the Mays was not the
State Medical School has been my dream medical school since I was 5. Athletics are important, but so is service, so is research, so is becoming a better person, and we expect you to do well athletically, but don't forget the reason you're here, which is to give back to your community and to get good grades.
I've heard people say, oh, a cheetah.
Oh, Wichita.
Cheetah.
Oh, a cheetah.
Is it pronounced Oakita?
Searching for Washita Baptist University.
Back in Texas, everybody pronounces it Wichita, but really, it's Washita.
Washita. Washita.
How would you pronounce it?
Washita.
Washita.
It's Washita Baptist University. Get it right.
It's Washita, people. It's Washita.
Washita.
And welcome back to Sully Anderson Field for the bottom half of the 4th inning. Stepping into the batter box for the Tigers will be number 26, the third baseman, Aaron Williams from Stuttgart. Still pitching for Emporia State is Riggy. I don't think I actually got a chance to talk about her earlier. That is Sydney Riggy, the junior out of Blue Springs, Missouri, and Blue Springs South High School. So she's pitched fairly well, only gave up that one run in the first inning, and after that, she's only given up one hit, and that was Heather Brown's hit in the first inning. I said, been a couple errors, or 3 errors to be exact.
Unless Life Stats gave her some, she technically gave up 2 with that bunt from Atherton.
They put that down as
an error?
They could put it down as an error.
Really?
They didn't. They said Jessalyn Aarons has not gotten a hit yet.
Huh?
I guess on the bobble throw over to first.
Yeah, I guess so.
I went ahead and put it down as an error, but 1-1 count here on Aaron Williams. Said Williams reached on an error, made it the second earlier. As that one missed the zone for ball 2. So there have been quite a few improvements all around campus lately. So we talked about the new locker room for softball. You might be noticing we don't have the trees in the outfield anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So those are gone. So it's just kind of a straight view over to the football practice field. You can't see it, but we'll be sure to see it. They've built a deck out in center field for a camera, so we're not having to use a box, like I said, wooden box that they use for workouts and such. For volleyball, they'd let us run it over here, as that one's going to be hit over to glass. So that is 4 in a row to glass. Okay, now that's a good walk-up song. I don't know if you could hear it, but that is Callie Jordan
to one of the most iconic songs of all time, TikTok.
By Kesha. Not the app TikTok.
Yes, not the app.
But the song by Kesha. That's a good one. So, Chris, what was your go-to walk-up song?
I had a couple. One growing up.
That one's going to be... that one got under Bassett's hand. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt you there.
No, you're good. Sure. Now that is an error.
Yes, that is definitely an error on Bassett. Sorry, continue your walk-up song.
So my first walk-up song, because I quit playing baseball my freshman year of high school. My first song while I was playing in junior high was "Gambler" by Kenny Rogers.
That's a good one, Chris.
Then my next one, just because I was having a little fun and I wasn't getting much playing time, so I didn't think I would ever get to use it, was, if anyone has ever watched Paul Blart Mall Cop, if you remember the cell phone that he had to use, his daughter's cell phone, if you remember the ringtone to that, I don't know what the song was called, but that was the song I used.
Fair enough. I'm not entirely sure what's going on right now. The coach for Emporia State came out and talked. That is, let me see the coach. That is April Rosales. Came out talking to the umpire. Now the umpire is talking to Coach Grimes.
Maybe having something to do with the stats, or like the score sheet, or even like a substitution that may be coming along.
Yeah. But I mean, I don't think we've seen any subs come in. I mean, Jordan, nobody's batted out of order.
No one's coming out of our area looking like they're gonna hit. I really don't know.
No. Actually, next up is Madison Miller.
She's on deck.
But anyway, back to the walk-up songs. I mean, it was one of those things. Now that we're up here, I have a hard time hearing what it is.
I don't see any substitutions for Emporia.
I'm trying to hear what the umpire has to say, but can't quite.
We're a little too far out to be able to hear him.
I heard him say coach, and that was about it.
Mm-hmm.
Thoroughly confused is what I am right now.
Well,
okay.
We're just going to pretend like nothing ever happened. Let's just get back to playing some softball.
Also, now we got Madison Miller coming in with some solid J. Cole.
Mm-hmm.
J. Cole makes for some good walk-ups.
Yes.
See, now my walk-up, now I didn't play in high school. I was manager, but we would do a hit-a-thon, and I got to hit every now and then in it. So I would make a walk-up song for that and just for fun. She's going to hit that one into left center, and the catch is made by Williams in left. So that'll be out number 2 from Miller. And that will bring up Lacey Ornelas. She reached on an error last time. But my go-to was Big Papa by Notorious Big B.I.G. I mean, I'm a big guy. I couldn't help it. He had to go with that. It was just funny at that point.
So you really thought you was a true player?
Oh, always.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I might have never actually played. No, let me rephrase it. I got one at bat in a B game once. Like, I was a manager. So, I mean, obviously, I'm not getting play time.
Yes.
They decided one of the last games we were playing a team that wasn't very good. They put me in. That one's going to be popped up. That's going to come back, foul out of play. And that's going to hit the press box. Or technically, that's the press box area of the visitor dugout.
Give them a little bit of a heart attack?
But yeah, I got for one at bat because they were doing some. You know how B games were. They always did the weird, like you either do the 3 runs, 3 outs, or something like that. Or this one was like we're only going to do 3 batters at a time. It was weird rules. So I got one at bat. That one's going to be popped up and back here by Ornelas, and that's going to be out of play. But yeah, I struck out.
Yeah,
my first time. Yeah, it was close, but I thought it was a ball, but I was told it was not. Should have been crowding the plate, but it's okay.
I was never what you would call a batter. I think when I quit, I think my batting average was a 1-1-3.
1-2 pitch gets under Brocksterman, and that will allow Jordan to head on into second base. So now runner in scoring position for Washita with 2 outs here for Ornelas. She reached on an error back in the second inning. The 2-2, that's going to be hit high into left. Williams is coming back, gets under it, and makes the grab for out number 3. Hard hit ball. Like I said, when it's this cold, you're not going to get that distance.
You're going to have to really hit that ball just at the right spot.
Yep, and so that will do it. So 4 up, 3 down. Jordan reached on an error, made it over to second, but still tied up at 1 apiece here as we get ready to head to the top of the 5th inning. We'll take a quick break and be right back here on the Washita Sports Digital Network.
The American dream to me as an immigrant means having the opportunities that my parents didn't have. Being the first one in my family to graduate, it meant everything my parents sacrificed for me to get to this point. It was paying off.
Estoy muy orgulloso de Michael por haberse graduado del colegio.
My path to a college degree would have been completely different had I not had a scholarship. It would just relieved a lot of the financial burden.
You already have a program, what? 25? I feel like I look like with the aviators and all right now. I feel like I look like a little Right. He is a weird. We almost did bad we decided he couldn't handle it. And welcome back to Washita Baptist University. Headed to the top of the 5th inning, due up for the Hornets of Emporia State. You've got Lexi Williams, Shepard, and Furnish. Williams reached on an error. That's been her one time up today. So she's 0 for 0. So Emporia State out of Emporia, Kansas. So they went 20-23 last year. That's going to be hit up. Miller bounces, can't find it. And I think that's going to have to go down as a hit. That's on a routine play. So Williams will get a hit and start off with such here in the top of the 5th inning. Now, what I was about to say was Emporia State last year struggled on the road. So they were 4-12 away. So Washington's going to have to try to capitalize on that. But Emporia State trying to take their first lead of the game here with a runner on and nobody out in the top of the 5th. That one is going to miss. A throw from Jones is a little bit off the mark. Brown is there to get it in the outfield, and Williams will hold up at second. So a stolen base for Williams. One 0 count for Shepard. Shepard is 1 for 2 with the strikeout and an RBI double. That came back in the 3rd inning. She has a chance to do it here again. A swing and a miss for strike 1. So I don't know a ton about Emporia State, and I know they got a pretty solid football team. They're in the MIAA. So I did get to watch their football team play in the Live United Bowl with GAC member Southeastern Oklahoma. That's going to be a bunt. Miller scoops it up, and she's going to get it over to Ornelas, who covered first. But the bunt did its job. Runner on third now on Williams without number 1. And that will bring up Emma Furnish. Furnish, 0 for 2, 2 strikeouts. First pitch to Furnish. A little bit outside for strike 1, or ball 1. Like I said, that was a fun game to watch down in Texarkana. I got to do color commentary for it. I said Southeastern mounted the comeback and was able to win that one for the GAC. That was the first time, I think, in 8 years that the GAC has won the Live United Bowl. And that's going to be a swing and a miss for strike 1. But that's football season. We're here in softball season now. And Emporia State's got a runner on third with a 1-1 count and 1 out here in the top of the 5th. So tied up at 1 apiece. Emporia State looking to take a lead with the go-ahead run 90 feet away. The 1-1 from Miller. That's going to be a bunt. It's going to be popped up, and that one's going to get out of reach there. All right, so this game is Miller's. Nobody's in the bullpen. And like I said, after a strong start, Miller's struggling a little bit, so she's only allowed that 1 run that came off the double back in the 3rd. Couple walks. 1-2 count. 1 out here. Pitch from Miller. That's going to be popped foul. That's going to hit the concession stand. Stays at a 1-2 count. It's Furnish from Goddard, Kansas, and Goddard Eisenhower High School.
Slow start for her. 2 strikeouts already. Could be her 3rd right here.
The 1-2. It just missed. That's going to make it a 2-2.
Trying to get Furnish to swing right there. Trying to get her with an outside of the zone pitch.
So that one just missed a little bit. That one was close. That one really could have gone either way. The 2-2. That one's going to be high and inside, and it's going to run the count full. So 3-2 count here on Furnish. Like I said, Furnish 0 for 2 today. 1 out, runner on third base. The payoff pitch from Miller. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And out number 2, a huge out number 2 for Ouachita there. And that will bring up Ronnie Raines. Said Raines 1 for 2 today. Unless they counted that as I guess they did count that an error back in the 1st.
That's what I was thinking.
So she's 0 for 1, or 0 for 1 with reached on an error back in the 1st and grounded out to the pitcher in the 3rd. First pitch to her low, ball 1. And said Miller will be graduating this year, but I do think Coach Brown was able to pick up the next Maddie Miller. As that one's going to be called strike 1. 1-1 count here. They said when I say strike or the next Maddie Miller, I mean a dominant pitcher who can also hit very well. And that's going to be Tuesday Melton, which we will most likely see here in possibly in the starting rotation. A freshman down to Benton. A fantastic addition to this team. That one's going to be chopped foul for strike 2. I got to go call these. I said the Benton-Bryant rivalry softball game. I said we call it the Salt Bowl. I guess they call it the Salt Bowl for all the other sports too, but I know they call it that for football. But I got to go up and do play-by-play for that one. And like I said, Melton pitched 6 innings of shutout baseball. I think she might have allowed 1 run, or shutout softball, and also had a home run in that one. That one's going to be hit over the glove of Williams and into left, and that'll be an RBI single for Ronnie Raines. And just like that, Emporia State will take a 1-run lead to make it 2-1 over Ouachita. And that will bring up Maddie Brocksterman. It's dangerous no matter how many outs you have with a runner on third. That was just a solid hit there from Raines. Put it right over Williams' head. Swing and a miss there from Brocksterman. Brocksterman, she is 1 for 2, struck out back in the first, had a single off the wall back in the fourth, got a little bit too much there trying to head to second, but got caught in a rundown. Or got caught trying to get back to first. 0-1 count here on the catcher. That one's going to be popped up back behind and just missed the stands there. I really want to catch a foul ball today, Chris.
I'm just going to watch. I'm trusting my life to you if it does happen.
I'll do my best.
Thank you. I really appreciate that.
I'm hoping that Wyatt and Bailey know that if one comes over to them, they're going to have to be the ones to catch it. I don't think I can get over there that fast. They're nodding their head that they know. 0-2 count on Brocksterman.
I hope they know that if any equipment is damaged, it's coming out of their pocket.
Oh, absolutely. That one's going to be high for ball one. So the main thing to protect over there is definitely going to be the TriCaster. I mean, the monitor, that can be replaced.
Don't matter.
That's easy to replace. That one's going to miss outside and make it 2 count.
Let's go right here, 1-9.
I know the Washita baseball team is opening up their season this week as well. We're supposed to play at Rab Rogers. They're going to be playing over at Henderson and then over in Hot Springs at the brand new Majestic Park. That one's going to be hit foul. It'll say a 2-2 count. So they'll be playing several teams in a Dugan Invitational. Mike Dugan, like I said, a big part of the Majestic Park over there in Hot Springs. Like I said, he passed away last season. Like I said, the Majestic Park, that's going to be a fun place to play in Hot Springs. So I'm glad they're bringing baseball back to the Spa City. That one's going to be hit high, popped up. Ornelas calls it, gets under it, makes the grab for out number 3. They get the out there, but Emporia State gets another run on the RBI from Ronnie Raines. That brought in Lexi Williams. They lead it 2-1 over Washita. We head to the bottom of the 5th inning here on the Washita Sports Digital Network.
I've heard people say, Ouachita.
Achita.
Ouachita. Is it pronounced Ouachita?
Searching for Washita Baptist University.
Back in Texas, everybody pronounces it Wichita, but really, it's Washita.
Washita.
How would you pronounce it?
Washita.
It's Washita Baptist University. Get it right.
It's Washita, people. It's Washita.
Washita.
Washita by 20.
No, he's not here. He'll be
Certainly,
here
there's no better time than now, and I think the sooner the better as you go through life to get your education completed. We wanted it to be practical, and we wanted it to be accessible.
Students, I think, that are learning online have the same desires, same needs, and it's up to us to come up with as creative ways as possible of making sure that all those needs are met.
It's not just getting a degree, it's not just checking a box, it's about us investing an education into these students.
Always. And welcome back to Sully Anderson Field, Washita. In the bottom of the 5th inning, they're looking to tie things up or retake the lead here as they trail now 2-1 to Emporia State. Riggy back out in the circle for Emporia State. 9-1-2 do it for Washita. That's Holloman, Moyer, and Brown. Tigers have struggled a little bit to get on base. You really only had one hit so far according to live stats. That one's going to be left up in the zone for ball 1 to Holloman. Holloman is 0 for 1 today with a pop-up to shortstop back in the second. But we were talking about Hot Springs and, like I said, baseball getting to play over there at the new Majestic Park. It was a beautiful complex built just near downtown Hot Springs, near the site of the original Whittington Park, where some of the stars, such as Babe Ruth, Honus Wagner, man, I can't think of all of them. I mean, just some huge names in baseball in the early 1900s did their spring training. So I'm glad to see that coming back to Hot Springs. The 2-0 is going to be hit foul for strike 1. They're actually going to bring a Arkansas Collegiate League. It's now in the Natural State Baseball League. The summer league for college students will be taking place over in Hot Springs this year. They're going to be bringing back historic team names. You're going to have the Arlingtons, the Bootleggers, which I just think that's fun for the gambling history and the outlaw history of Hot Springs. That one's going to be popped foul back here near us, but a little far over. Near a dog, but nope, I think the dog just saw it. I think the dog's going to go get the softball there. Trying to think of all the now. I think there's 4 teams that they're playing this year. Need to go find them on Twitter.
2-2 count with the pitch right here.
And that one is going to miss for ball 3, and that'll run the count full. So the teams are, like I said, the Bootleggers, the Jockeys for Oaklawn.
Yes.
In Hot Springs. The Arlington's named after the Arlington Hotel. That was a historic team that used to play there. That one's going to be hit in the left. Williams going to come up and get under it, and she will make the grab for out number 1. 3 in a row hit out to left field now. So before that, it was a lot of ground outs, and now we're starting to get a little bit under the ball, sitting out to left. But the final team, bringing it back, the Hot Spring Bathers. That is an old team that used to be out of there. That is an
old team name.
That's an old school minor league team. I think that might have actually been also a Negro League team out of Hot Springs back in the 20s, 30s, and 40s. So it's good to see some history coming back for Hot Springs. There's that one. He's going to be called for strike 1 on Kendall Moyer. Moyer is 0 for 2 with 2 ground outs today. Grounded out to first and short in the first and second innings. Oh, 1 count on Moyer. Moyer, the senior out of Lampasas, Texas. That one's going to miss for ball 1. Also, a cross-country runner here at Ouachita. Like I said, cross-country runs in the fall, so she gets to do that and also compete for softball here. We also have another 2-sport athlete in Kellen Church, volleyball starter, and on the softball team as well. 1-1 count on Moyer. That one's going to be hit. That's going to get over the head of Raines, and that'll be a 1-out hit for Kendall Moyer. Tigers back on base with 1 out now. That brings up Heather Brown. Brown is 1 for 2 today with a run scored and a single back in the first. If you need somebody to get some hitting started, Brown is the one you want. We do have a new pitcher warming up in the bullpen, and well, it says number 22, but on here it's 88. That's Nikki Schneider. Should recognize that number from last year, the sophomore. And that one is going to be called for strike 1 on Brown. Brown, the junior out of Mountain Vernon, Texas. But we do see Schneider come in. She was fantastic last year for the Tigers as a freshman. Said she was top 10 in the GAC in several stats. Got in the Ouachita record books for lower ERAs, top 10 low ERAs in seasons. I think her ERA was sitting around a 1. Moyer goes, and she's going to be safe, so a stolen base for Kendall Moyer. It's one of those things, when we're in a little bit different location and it's easier to see a screen, I can get you all these stats here soon, or I'll have them all printed out, written out. Like I said, I've been a little bit busy this week. It's been hard to try to get all your information together. I've been in Mobile, Alabama, for a big part of this week, covering Gregory Jr., Ouachita cornerback that was in the Senior Bowl. He's playing today at 1, as that one's going to be hit from Brown into center. Shepard's going to come up and make the grab for out number 2.
How was that experience, Matthew?
It was fun being down in Mobile. Got to kind of see a little bit of everybody down there. Like I said, it was really good to see a Tiger logo out there along with all the other D1 Power 5 schools. Like I said, there's a few FCS schools down there as well. I mean, one of your top receivers was North Dakota State's Watson. But it was great to see the Tiger logo out there. Greg did a good job. He's looking to be potentially the first Ouachita Tiger to ever be drafted in the NFL. We've had a couple plays. That one's called for strike 1 on Aaron's. Aaron is 0 for 1 today with the reach on the air back in the first and made it the third. Couldn't quite make it all the way around. Like I said, Greg is looking to be the first ever Ouachita player to be drafted. Like I said, had a few played, but they all signed undrafted free agents. That one's popped up over to first, and that will get down foul. Luckily for Jesselyn Aarons, she will survive to see another one. Aarons, a freshman out of DeWitt, Arkansas. Played for the Dragons over there in 4A. It was great. You got to see a lot of NFL coaches there, a lot of college coaches. said even some ex-college coaches, if we did get to see Coach Ed Orgeron. Bab got a video with Orgeron, of course, so that one's going to be popped up. That one is going to be catchable. A little bit of miscommunication, and that one's going to fall. And they're going to go. Moyer's going to have to hold up. Like I said, that was, Moyer didn't need to go on that one. But Aarons is able to make it all the way over to second base. I guess you call it an error. I mean, that was just miscommunication. I guess you got to call that an error. I feel like they're going to call it an error in the books.
Whoa. Hold on here, folks. They brought him back.
Oh.
What happened? I don't know.
Oh, wow. I don't know what happened there. It hit and bounced foul. It didn't go past third base.
That is true.
I didn't even think about that. Yeah,
I didn't think about that either.
Nobody touched it. I guess it went.
I guess they said. I thought somebody touched it, but I guess nobody did. A big blow for the Tigers right there.
Yeah. Is that one just misses?
Just miss.
Interesting. Yeah, I guess. I mean, nobody touched it. It landed fair, but rolled foul before third base. I mean, yeah, that's a foul ball. I guess.
That's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. Yeah, that's foul ball. 2-2 and 2. That one's gonna be just outside. That'll run the count full. So Aaron's had a chance there. Like so just. The payoff pitch from Riggy. Up high, ball 4. First walk from Riggy today, and that'll put Aaron's over on first. Runners on first and second with one out here for Jillian Jones. Jones had an RBI sac fly back in the first inning. Popped up in the third. Has a chance to do some real damage here in the bottom of the 5th inning. But I was saying, it was a great time down in Mobile. Like I got to see some big-name coaches. We got to go to a panel with Kirk Street hosting it. Got to hear from the Lions and Jets coaches, Dan Campbell and Adam Sala, or Robert Sala.
Yes.
Robert Sala. Then you got to hear from James Franklin and Texas coach Steve Sarkisian. And then the main two headliners were Alabama coach Nick Saban and Auburn's probably soon to be ex-head coach Brian Harsin. We're not going to touch that one, though.
Yeah,
we're not going to get into that one. But yeah, it was cool to see all that. That had a lot of power in it. As that one bounces off the roof of the new locker room there, and that'll be strike one on Jones. Like Jones, a senior out of Inez, Texas, which is down near. I think it's between Victoria and Corpus. I passed through it. I went down to Kingsville this summer, which. To see Texas A&M Kingsville. My sister had a softball camp down there. Usually a top 25 team in and out, and that one is just going to miss. I thought that was a strike.
Yeah, I thought it was too.
So 1-2 count on Jones. Well, I guess it is a 1-2 count.
It is a 1-2 count.
Go down there, like I said, pass through Inez. It's one of those blink and you miss it towns, about like Poen is here in Arkansas. That one's going to be hit back and stay a 1-2 count. Like I said, A&M Kingsville will be making the trip up here on February around the 18th and 19th for the OBU HSU Invitational. A very good team. That'll be a very good test for Ouachita after they get 2 weeks of playtime under them. Yeah, the Javelinas down at Kingsville. The 1-2 to Jones. That's going to be hit, and that's going to be grabbed by Raines. And that will be out number 3. Tough break there for the Tigers. They had a chance but couldn't get it done. They still trail 2-1. Sorry, I'm trying to fill out the scorebook here, but that's going to be it for the 5th inning. Tigers trail 2-1 behind Emporia State. We'll take another quick break and be right back here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
Getting directions to Ouachita Baptist University.
Wayne State Medical School has been my dream medical school since I was 5. Athletics are important, but so is service, so is research, so is becoming a better person, and we expect you to do well athletically, but don't forget the reason you're here, which is to get back to your community and to get good grades.
Absolutely not. And welcome back to Sully Anderson Field here for the top half of the 6th inning. Due up for Emporia State. It's 5, 6, and 7. It's Glass, Bassett, Kaler, and if anybody gets on, it's Rabe. It's Mackenzie Glass coming up. Glass is 0 for 1 today with a ground out and a walk that came back in the 4th inning. Made it over to second base, but that was it. Hornets on top, 2-1 over Ouachita. Ouachita looking to get their first win of the season here in the game opener. Hornets looking to steal one from the Tigers here at home. Like I said, Tigers coming off their first winning season in over a decade, going 20-18. The 1-0. Called strike one. Like I said, Miller back out for her 6th inning of work. Schneider is warming up in the bullpen. Either she's warming up to come in and close, or she might just be warming up for the next game. It's either way, because I feel like Schneider will be the game 2 starter. And that one missed for ball 2. To Glass. It's Glass, the sophomore out of Wichita, Kansas. And that one's going to be hit high. Aarons, Brown comes in and calls off Aarons and makes the grab for out number 1. That would bring up first baseman number 10, Briley Bassett. Bassett, the senior out of Oskaloosa, Kansas, and Oskaloosa High School. Hope I said that one right, Chris.
Maybe.
It's pretty
not
close.
100% sure on that
right.
one.
I want to call it Oskaloosa. First pitch there misses for ball 1. Oskaloosa, they are the Bears. Just had to look up. I had to see. Interesting name. Had to see what the mascot was going to be. They're the Bears. The 1-0 for Miller. That's going to be hit a slow roller over to Aarons. Aarons scoops it up, throws it on the run over to Holloman, gets it in timeout number 2. Good play there. Now look over here as the water continues to drip on us and mostly Chris, I believe. I think he's a little bit more under the tree than
soaked over here.
Hey, you're wearing a waterproofish.
I am wearing. Thank goodness.
But my spare scorebook is not so waterproof.
No, it is not.
It is struggling. It's going to need to be set outside for a while.
Yeah, it's becoming very difficult to ride on.
Well, for the second game, I'll let you use my good one. As that one, like I said, that one's in there for strike 1 on Kaler.
I mean, I think it only goes to these first 2 pages. Yeah.
Okay. I appreciate. We'll see.
All I'd have to do, yeah.
That one's going to be hit. That one's going to get through for a single, a 2-out single there for Kaler. That was her first hit of the day. Just got through the 5-6 hole over there into left, said Kaler. I said it was from Durant, Oklahoma. And that will bring up Gracie Rabe, number 14, the freshman out of Rossville, Kansas, and Rossville High School. Emporia State on top, 2-1, 2 outs here, runner on first, and a swing and a miss for Rabe. Rabe 0 for 2 today, a strikeout and a pop-up. These raindrops are coming down pretty hard. I'm hearing them like just hit off your jacket.
Mm-hmm.
It's either that or little pieces of ice. I'm not sure yet.
Not 100% sure.
Like I said, we are in the stands behind home plate. Looks like Cameron University just got here. The Aggies of Cameron. Like I said, coach was out there talking for a second. See Cameron out of Oklahoma, out of Lawton, Oklahoma. Tigers will be taking them on next. Game was supposed to start at 1, but as it's 12:47 and we still have 2 full innings, or let me phrase it, close to 2 full innings, an inning and a half left, I guess, almost. Chris, we might have to relocate for you, for your sake, later.
Yes, for my mental health.
For game 2, I'll talk to that was a good pitch there. For strike 2. 0-2 count. Miller trying to get out of it. We might just move the table down a little bit. And
either move the table down or just literally move it to the right.
Hey, at least your jacket's warm.
Yeah, my jacket.
If you want to scoot over a little bit, I can scoot over a little bit.
I might have to hit you up on that offer.
I'll scoot over a little bit. That one's going to be pumped up and out of play, and it'll say an 0-2 count on Rabe. Like, we have the space. Like, we can move over. We just thought we were out of the way. And we clearly were not.
No, we were not.
Actually, they cut down the trees in the outfield, but we still got the ones up here, the big tree up here at the top of the hill. But I think they finally cut down the branch that always got in the way for the shots. But the 0-2 about to come on the way from Miller. Miller trying to get out of it. On the way. That's going to be hit foul. So still an 0-2 count here from Miller. I said, well, anything for game 2, Chris. Like I said, I won't be here. I've got to get out of here. So you'll be over here in at least the drier area. And that is a swing and a miss for strike 3. Miller picks up another strikeout and gets the Tigers out of that one. And leave a runner stranded on first. Tigers head to the bottom of the 6th, still trailing by 1. They'll try to tie it or take a lead and do up for Ouachita. Will be 5, 6, and 7. Williams, Jordan, and Miller. We'll take a quick break and be right back here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network. All right, we're going to scoot everything over because Wyatt's not talking a ton.
At Ouachita, we care deeply for our students, and we are seeking to invest in them
We're not
every
talking
day.
about that.
My professors are some of the best people I've ever met. They love me, they care for me, they care about my well-being.
Faculty
What's
are
the
so
point
open
of
to
that?
helping you, even outside of the classroom. Like
You
the
mean
night before the
cauterize
test,
or
they'll stay up
tenderize?
till late in case you need help, and they're really open about that. Just really helping you understand everything.
The faculty
I think this might be a little bit better
has
for you, Chris.
challenged me in a way that I feel equipped for whatever comes my way outside of Ouachita.
The faculty and staff really pour into me every day in class, but also out of class. They're really invested in my future.
We develop relationships, and we really seek to pour into the whole person.
Put your headset on. And welcome back to Arkadelphia, Arkansas, here at Ouachita Baptist University at Sully Anderson Field. Thanks, we are getting ready to start the bottom half of the 6th inning. Tigers trailing by 1. It's 2-1 here. And due up is number 26, Aaron Williams out of Stuttgart. I said Tigers running out of chances here. They've got 6 outs left, Chris.
Potentially. If they do have a good inning right here, they could honestly take the game in the next half inning.
The Tigers need to get something moving. Haven't had a run since the first inning. They've been able to get a base runner here and there, but that's been about it, as that's going to be strike 1 from Riggy. Oh, 1 count here on Williams. She'll hit that one over to Glass. Glass will handle it. Good effort there by Williams, but it got over to Bassett in time. That will bring up right fielder Callie Jordan.
I think Jordan has become my favorite player solely for her walk-off music alone.
Jordan, an education major here at Ouachita. She is 0 for 1. She reached on an error back in the 4th. Last season, she was able to get some hitting going. Came up big in late game situations. Hopefully, she can do it again here. Tigers need something to get something going here. That one's going to be hit foul. Had quite a bit of power.
It was close to clipping the first base.
So that was pretty close. Like I said, Jordan needs to get something going here. Had a couple doubles last year. That one's going to be hit high into center. Shepard's going to come up, make the grab for out number 2. Whenever they get hit like that to center, it's hard to tell at first if they're coming backwards or going out towards center.
Yeah. That's my problem when I work these games. Every time I see a ball get popped up, 9 times out of 10, I think it's a goner.
Yeah.
It's probably because I watched too many home run highlights growing up as a kid, so now I think every time they hit it up in the air, it's just going 450 dead center.
Oh, yeah. Madison Miller up. She has the ability to change the game with one swing of the bat.
Now, this is a girl, if she hits it up, it's most likely gone.
Yeah. If she gets a hold of it, you're not going to see that ball for a while. Like I said, last year I led the team in home runs, had 2 grand slams in a single game, and she's going to hit that one. Found quite a bit of power on it, just a couple feet left of third base. One count on Maddie Miller from Nashville, Arkansas. Riggy has pitched a very impressive game so far today, as that one's going to be popped up over towards the third baseline. That's going to be grabbed by Raines for out number 3. So another 3 up, 3 down as we head to the bottom of the top of the 7th inning. Another quick inning here for Ouachita. It's going to be close here. It's going to come down to the stretch for Ouachita. They can try to hold Emporia State here and see what happens in the bottom of the 7th. We've seen some walk-offs before with Ouachita. Saw several of those actually last year, so it's not out of the woods yet. I mean, they can come back at any time. But we'll take another quick break and be right back here with the top of the 7th inning on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network. Died 6 years ago. We gotta avenge him, man. And welcome back to Sully Anderson Field for the top half of the 7th inning. This game is Maddie Miller. She's back out in the circle once again. So I just saw somebody walk up in green. That's not Cameron's colors. That might not be Cameron out there. There might be, who knows? There could have been another change of schedules. Honestly, this tournament.
I did see a UAM bus pass by University of Arkansas Monticello.
Interesting. But due up here is Lexi Williams. Like I said, she scored the 2 runs. She's been the 2-run scorer today. She's reached on an error and a hit back in the 5th. And has scored the 2 runs. So need to avoid getting her on base. She's going to pop that one up. And that's going to be a fair ball. She's going to try to get second. And could not quite grab it. So Ornelas couldn't quite get it in her glove. So that is a lead-off double for Lexi Williams.
Nice solid hit by Williams there. I mean, it wasn't really a solid hit, but she hit it just in between the third baseman and shortstop.
Those little high bloopers will get you.
And then that wind rolled it a little bit, gave her an opportunity to get to second.
Had a chance on the throw, but I think Tigers were just a little bit slow getting it off. And that one's going to miss for ball 1 as we're back to the top of the lineup. And Brittany Shepard, she is 1 for 2 today. Or 1 for 2 with an RBI and double and a sacrifice bunt. Swing and a miss for strike 1 on Shepard. Shepard, the senior out of Kansas City, Missouri, and Staley High School.
And I was correct. The UAM softball team is currently walking around.
The Cotton Blossoms.
Yep, the Cotton Blossoms.
That one's going to be hit foul over towards the concession stand, and that's going to take out a bat. I feel like UAM is here a bit early. Like I said, Washita's got to play a game after this. I get this is the game supposed to start, so you get here a game before you're supposed to play, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
The 1-2 outside, make it 2-2. Like I said, Washita trails 2-1 behind Emporia State. Runner on second here with nobody out. Washita is going to have to get something going here. They're going to have to stop, hold them here in this inning, and then have to get some good hits in the second. And that's not going to help, as that's going to be hit to Moyer. They're going to wave Williams around, and that's going to be a missed throw from Miller, and that's going to let Shepard go all the way to third. Williams scores her third run of the day. I'm going to put that down as an RBI double.
As will I.
And reach third on an error on first. Or on one, so on pitcher. Score is now 3-1. Up now is Emma Furnace. She is 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. Foul ball on the bunt. Like I said, I get the idea there. Going for the bunt. Smart choice here with a runner on third and nobody out. Because, like I said, on the bunt here, worst case scenario for Washita is the runner scores and you get to first. But they're going to check the runner, throw over to first, hold it. They get the out at first, go back over to third, which is a dangerous move, but they get it over there in time. So they do get out number 1 on the fielder's choice. So 1 out here with a runner on third. I'd bunt here again.
Yeah.
You're not going to be able to slap bunt.
Mm-mm.
Since you've got a right-handed batter. But you can lay down that bunt over to first a little bit. You can attempt to lay it down over to first, give you a few extra steps, and that might let Shepard come in. But I'm not a coach. That's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Or you just do that. A great grab by Aarons. The run is going to score. It was a fantastic play, but the run will score, but they do get out number 2. And that'll bring up Maddie Broxton. Nobody on base now, but it is a 4-1 ball game. This one's going to be tough for the Tigers whenever we head to the bottom of this inning. That one's going to miss for ball 1. The 1-0. Inside. That is ball 2. Like I said, I've seen the Tigers make some solid comebacks before. They're, like I said, it's going to be tough, but they can do it. I've seen it. That one's going to be fouled for strike 1. Let's go ahead and get out of this inning, settle in. Do it for the Tigers. You're going to have 8-9-1, which isn't the best place to start, but this Tiger offense typically is a solid hitting team all the way through. Last year we saw the bottom half of the lineup come through big a couple times. So it's going to come down. It's going to come down to the wire here, I feel like, because that one's going to miss for ball 3. Tigers, you don't want to start the season off with a loss, but, like I said, there's still a whole lot of games. They're going to be playing close to 50 games this year. Granted, some of them have been canceled this weekend, so back and forth. So that number always shrinks a little bit. That's going to be hit deep into center. Brown's going to head back. That's going to one-hop the wall. And she is going to hold up. This time, she decides not to go for second.
Yes.
Smart move.
Smart move. Another single for her, but this time she's not going to be out for it.
This time she holds up and says, I'm not going to try to take second. That didn't work out for me so well last time.
She hit it almost nearly identical to the other time she hit the wall.
Yeah, those two dents are very, very close to each other. So Broxman, she's had I said that's her first time she's actually got to stay on base, but she has had 2 solid hits. And that will bring up Mackenzie Glass Glass has had she's had a great day in the field.
Yeah.
At the plate, she's 0 for 2 with a walk.
Yeah.
She's gotten on base, made it to second.
She's got on base.
She made it on base. That's your thing. If you want to go by the money ball thought process, it got on base. That's what you need to do. That's your main thing. Like I said, it's not a hit, but you still get on base, made it over to second. Like I said, then a ground out and a fly out, but she's had a great day over at second today. She'd got to give credit where credit's due here. 1-1 count, 2 outs here. Top of the 7th inning. Emporia State leads Ouachita 4-1. Tigers trying to get out of it. That's going to be hit straight to Miller. She'll scoop it up and get it over to Holloman in time. And that will be out number 3. Tigers down to their final 3 outs. They trail by 3. It's 4-1 Emporia State. Be right back here with the bottom of the 7th inning on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
I've heard people say Ouachita.
Ouachita.
Ouachita. Is it pronounced Ouachita?
Searching for Ouachita Baptist University.
Back in Texas, everybody pronounces it Wichita, but really, it's Ouachita.
Ouachita.
How would you pronounce it?
Ouachita.
It's Ouachita Baptist University. Get it right.
It's Ouachita, people. It's Ouachita.
Ouachita.
And welcome back to Sully Anderson Field here on the campus of Ouachita Baptist University, getting ready for the bottom of the 7th inning. Tigers trail by 3. It's 4-1 Emporia State. It's 8-9-1 due up for Ouachita. Ornelas, Holloman, and Moyer. I said they are. These 3 are. They've been able to put together 1 hit and gotten on base 1 other time.
Haven't been solid at the plate so far, but hopefully they can step up here and hopefully get us to either another inning or even potentially win us the game.
Like I said, these 3 batters are 0 for 6 today. Or 1 for 6, sorry. Because Moyer did have a hit back in the 5th, and Ornelas reached on an error in the 2nd. But other than that, not a ton of production here, but it's softball. Anything can change at any given time. All it takes is 1 hit to completely change the ball game.
Absolutely.
And hitting is contagious. Things string together some. It could be beneficial for the Tigers here. Hits are always beneficial, but you know what I'm saying.
Absolutely.
First one there, called strike 1 on Ornelas. Ornelas, like I said, she is 0 for 1 today. Reached on an error and flew out to left earlier. Ornelas out of Spring, Texas, junior. That one's going to be left up in the zone for ball 1. Sorry about that. That was the wind picking up the piece of paper. Hitting the microphone there.
Yep, just got smacked in the face by my own score sheet.
The 1-1 inside. No. I thought that one was inside.
I thought it was, too.
That's going to be called strike 2. It's one of those things, for umpires, all I ask for is consistency.
I'll give the ump his credit.
He's been pretty good.
He's been pretty solid.
And that's going to be a swing and a miss. For strike 3. There's been a few iffy calls.
A little bit. But by no means the worst ump game I've ever
seen. I have seen much worse here.
No Angel Hernandez.
We have not reached that level.
No, we have not reached that level.
And that will bring up Rebecca Holloman with 1 out here and nobody on. Bottom of the 7th inning, Tigers trail by 3. She will watch strike 1 go by. Holloman, the junior from Lucas, Texas. It's a fairly solid crowd here today. That one's going to be popped up. That's going to be back, not near us. I was really hoping that one was coming.
Lost traction on it while it was up in the air.
Now, when I leave, if you get to catch a foul ball, I'm going to be quite upset.
Oh, don't worry. I'll send you a picture.
Oh, I hope so. I'll send you a picture from my seats at Reba.
Oh, I hate you.
This is going to be, I get to go see Reba tonight, so I'm looking forward to that one. That one's going to be hit, poked into left. Furnish comes up, and she will make the grab for out number 2. Tigers earning their last out here as they head back to the top of the lineup and Kendall Moyer. Moyer is 1 for 3 today. Like I said, Tigers started off the game leading it after 1, but Hornets were able to come back. Like I said, they're up on top by 3 now. It's going to come, like I said, 2 outs. This is going to be a tough comeback. I don't want to say it's over, but it's looking like Tigers are going to start the season off with a loss. First pitch to Moyer. Moyer is a slap bunter, as you see her move forward there. That one misses the zone for ball 1. The 1-0 count to Moyer, the senior from Lampasas, Texas. As that one's going to miss for ball 2. The 2-0 to Moyer. That's going to be hit foul. I'm going to say it was in the box. That was close because I thought that one might have hit Moyer.
Yeah, I thought it hit her as well.
That was going to be close to that was close to out number 3 there, but that will just be strike 1, thankfully. The 2-1 pitch coming up. That's going to be hit straight to Riggy. Oh, what a way to end the game if you're Riggy. She's pitched a great game today, and she gets it right there to end it. So that will do it for Washita here. They will fall 4-1 to the Hornets of Emporia State. They'll be coming up against Cameron here shortly. About 30 minutes, I think, is usually the in-between, is what it should be. Any updates you'll see on the OSDN media pages on Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram. Like I said, if anything changes, check there. Like I said, it was tough going for the Tigers. They scored first back in the first inning on the RBI sac fly from Jones, but just couldn't get to anything else together. But a good performance by Emporia State. They start out the season 0-1 or 1-0 now. Like I said, solid. I mean, Miller started out super strong, kind of fizzled there in the end. Said she picked up several strikeouts, but just couldn't quite get it done out there today. Tigers have a chance to bounce back and even up their record here, probably in about 30 minutes. Like I said, one thank you to the OSDN crew coming out on this cold Saturday, February morning. On cameras, we had Katie Tosh and James Jolly. Over here to my right, running, well, would have been running graphics, but we didn't have graphics today, is Bailey Redden and Wyatt Ashlock directing today. Like I said, I am Matthew Branch, and like I said, Chris McQuistion, my color guy, he will be taking over doing play-by-play here for Game 2 shortly. So good luck with that, Chris. Like I said, I'm going to be going to get ready to hit a Little Rock.
Must be nice.
Oh, it is. But hey, you get to call some college softball.
I guess so.
So, like I said, no, we're not done yet. Like I said, the way it's going to work is we'll shut this stream off. There'll be another one coming up here shortly, about 30 minutes, I believe. Like I said, it was supposed to start at 1, but seeing how it's past 1 now, that's not going to be the case. Like I said, thank you all for tuning in. Once again, Washita drops their first game of the season to Emporia State, 4-1. And like I said, that will do it for us here at Sully Anderson Field for the first game of the day. Like I said, we'll be back here in 30 minutes. Thank you for tuning in to the Washita Sports Digital Network.